We now want to bring in Senator James Lankford of Oklahoma this morning. He's calling in, unfortunately, on this note this morning.
Yeah, Senator Lankford, thanks for joining us. And boy, this news hits hard for the state of Oklahoma. And I know you personally. I know you had such a great relationship with the senator.
I did, actually. It is a big loss for the state. Obviously, him stepping aside from leading in so many ways for so long was a loss for the state when he stepped aside, and obviously very painful for his family. And I think the report that Storm just gave was a great report, just talking about his love for his family, his love for God, his love for aviation, infrastructure, the military, veterans. There are so many places and people in Oklahoma right now that have benefited from his service for so many decades to our state that people don't even realize some of the things that he and his staff did for so many years to be able to serve.
Can you talk to us a little bit about what it was like serving alongside him, some of your experiences?
Well, Jim was always a force to be reckoned with, to say the least. He was very strong opinions and very passionate about our military, about infrastructure, about aviation, about environmental regulations, about Oklahoma energy. But what many people don't know is he had a strong passion in his love for Jesus. He hosted in the Senate for years in his hideaway a Thursday Bible study time that different members and staff attended, and he did that for years and years quietly. He traveled across Africa regularly, meeting with African leaders when many other senators were involved in other areas of foreign policy. Jim Inhofe was involved in Africa, and he wanted to be able to see what he could do to be able to help Africa grow. But he also spoke in a lot of the prayer breakfasts and events that were in Africa, and he was a major peacemaker among some of the tribes that were literally warring at each other. That Inhofe had a relationship with multiple individuals and of different tribes, and he would be able to reach in and to be able to be a real peacemaker. That's a part of the story of Jim Inhofe that many people don't know, but his passion to be able to see a real difference made in Africa, as well as the freedom that we have here in America, was significant to him.
Senator Lankford, you took over after Senator Inhofe stepped down. Big shoes to fill. As he was such a big voice on the Senate Armed Services Committee. I mean, that's one of the most powerful committees in our nation's capital. What did Senator Inhofe on that committee do that benefited Oklahoma?
Well, his leadership in the Senate Armed Services Committee directly benefited all of our military installations, and it's not just because they were Oklahoma, but it's because he was passionate about national defense. He was very focused on the United States staying strong, staying well prepared for threats from terrorism or from China, or being well connected in NATO to be able to make sure that we are prepared so that we do not have another global war because America stays strong. He had a very strong peace through strength philosophy that ran through him to say as long as America and the American military stays strong, we'll have fewer threats that will come at us. Because we are strong enough to be able to deter those before they ever happen in the first place. So his passion for military and for veterans from his own service in the military and then for all those that had served after him was very distinct.
We have to wrap up, but your final thoughts on the passing of Jim Inhofe, Senator.
Huge loss for the state. We grieve for the family, and we as a state will all pause and remember his great service to the state and be incredibly grateful, not only for his personal relationship with Jesus, but for his love for the state and for his love for our nation.
Senator Lankford, thank you for talking to us this morning. We appreciate your time.